In 2025, former President Donald Trump imposed tariffs on Canadian imports, targeting steel, aluminum, and lumber. These tariffs were part of a broader strategy to bolster American manufacturing and reduce dependency on foreign materials. The impact was swift, with Canadian businesses facing increased costs. Many small and medium-sized enterprises struggled to absorb the sudden rise in expenses, and consumers grappling with higher prices. Everyday items from groceries to household goods saw noticeable price hikes, affecting the average Canadian family. This aggressive action marked a significant escalation in trade tensions between the two allies. Protests erupted across Canada, with citizens and politicians alike voicing their discontent. Canadian steelworkers, lumberjacks, and aluminum manufacturers found themselves on the front lines of a trade war. Many feared for their jobs and the future of their industries. The tariffs threatened jobs, disrupted supply chains, and led to the shutdown of several factories. Construction projects were delayed or halted altogether, and cast uncertainty over the Canadian economy. Investors grew wary, and the stock market reflected this anxiety with a series of downturns. The Canadian dollar took a hit, reflecting concerns over US-Canada trade relations. The currency's decline made imports more expensive, further straining the economy. The Trump administration justified the tariffs as necessary to protect American jobs and industries. They argued that these measures would revitalize domestic production and create new employment opportunities. However, many economists disputed this, pointing out the long history of mutually beneficial trade. They warned that such protectionist policies could backfire, harming both economies in the long run. The tariffs strained the historically close ties between the two neighbors, leading to a series of tense negotiations and diplomatic efforts to resolve the conflict. Seen as a betrayal by many Canadians, the sense of trust and cooperation that had long defined US-Canada relations was severely tested. The Canadian government quickly launched a counteroffensive. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau vowed to protect Canadian interests and workers. He announced retaliatory tariffs on American goods, targeting key sectors of the US economy. Among the goods targeted were American bourbon, orange juice, and dairy products. Canada also pursued legal action through the World Trade Organization, challenging the tariffs' legality. The Canadian response sent a clear message: Canada would not be bullied on trade. The trade war ignited a wave of patriotism across Canada, uniting citizens from coast to coast. People from all walks of life came together to voice their opposition. Citizens rallied behind the government's firm stance, boycotting American products and supporting local businesses. The sense of unity was palpable. Supermarket shelves featured more Canadian alternatives as consumers made a conscious effort to buy local. This shift was evident in everyday shopping habits. Canadians chose to vacation within their own country, boosting local tourism. National parks and landmarks saw increased visitors, and businesses explored new markets, reducing dependence on the US. Farmers' markets thrived, and local products gained popularity. Some even relocated operations to other countries, seeking new opportunities and partnerships abroad. This diversification had the potential to reshape Canada's economic landscape, fostering resilience and innovation across various sectors. The trade dispute galvanized Canadian national pride and economic sovereignty. Community events and celebrations took on new meaning. The experience, while painful, could make Canada stronger and more self-reliant, fostering a renewed sense of community and determination. The trade war's ripple effects were felt globally, affecting economies far and wide. The global trading system faced further uncertainty, with markets reacting unpredictably. Other countries were forced to choose sides or risk becoming collateral damage in this economic conflict. The trade war highlighted the fragility of the rules-based trading order, shaking the foundations of international agreements. It demonstrated how quickly economic disputes could escalate into broader crises, affecting industries and jobs. The long-term impact on US-Canada relations remained uncertain, with both nations navigating a complex landscape. The experience forced businesses to diversify markets and supply chains, seeking stability in a volatile environment. The challenge was to learn from the past and forge a more sustainable path forward, ensuring resilience in future trade relations.